Howdy, howdy. Today I'm back with another Fog of War Sudoku. This one, I figured I would just do a different one, so yeah. Or one by different people, so yeah. This one's called Separating the Fog by FullDeck and Missing a few cards. So yeah, let's just look right on in to the rules. We have standard Fog of War rules, Nabner lines. No two digits along a Nabner line can be consecutive regardless of position, and there's no repeats, and then we have cages, where the top leftmost cell is the one that has the digit, or just the leftmost cell in the top row. So, not necessarily the leftmost cell, but just the left one in the top row of the cage. Okay, so let's get right into it. First of all, this cage clearly goes over here, and therefore must be a 1, 2, 4 group, because that's the only way to get 7 out of 3 cells. Which means these 3 here add up to 34, these ones here then add up to 11. Right, yeah. So this could be a 1, 2 pair, in which case this is an 8. This could be a 1, 4 pair, in which case this is a 6. Or this is a 2, 4 pair, in which case this is a 5. And those are 3 possible digits for that. One other important thing to note about Nabner lines is that since you can't have any consecutive digits or repeats, the maximum number of digits you can have along a line depends, first of all, on whether there are any even numbers present. If there's any even numbers, the maximum could be 4. If there's no evens, it could be all 5 odds. But, yeah. Let's see, though. Here we have a 12, which, well, both of these are 12, so yeah. Neither of them can have 1 in it. If any of the digits along the 10 are a 1, then the 7 breaks. Therefore, the 1 must be in one of these two. So I know I have a 1 here, actually, which means this one can't be a 5, must be even, which means that these 3 are the only other remaining cells on the Nabner line. Let's see. Okay. If, well, 12s have 3 possibilities, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 are the possibilities, or 3, 9, 4, 8, and 5, 7. 5, 7 isn't possible because then I would have 7, which is adjacent both of 6 and 8. The other 2 seem completely fine. Yeah, because 4, 8, I just could have a 2 here, or a 1, so 1 or 2 is possible. 3, 9, let's see. If it's 3, 9, then I can't have an 8 for this one. It has to be a 6, which means I can't have 8, 7, 5, 4, 2. I can still have a 1 here, so this one's 1 or 2. Guaranteed. This is a line of 3 cells here. Let's see, this one over here is going to be the, let's see, 3, 4, or 3, 9, 4, 8, or 5, 7. I don't have a great way to determine which yet. Let's see. This 10 here, it could extend 1 down. It cannot extend 1 more over because then I would have 1, 2. Actually, I can't even extend 1 down because I'd have 3 of 1, 2, 3, and 4 in here, which would break with this. So this 10 cage is just these 3 cells long. Let's see. If it doesn't have a 1 in it, what do we know? Yeah, if there's, wait a second. Okay, so I've had some flawed logic here, actually, because this 10 is also not contained within here. So, scratch everything I said about all of this, but none of that works. So we can forget about all of that, because this 10 isn't necessarily all, well, just isn't all in here, so this one actually, these 3 don't add up to, yeah, they don't add up to 11, they add up to something larger than 11, but whatever. The 1 logic still does hold, that I can't have a 1 here because then maximum is 7 here, which would imply that these need to add up to 38, which is not going to work. So still no 1 here and in neither of these, and can't have a 1 in either of these because it would break that. So yeah. Additionally, logic for the 10 holds because I can't have 3 of 1, 2, 3, and 4 in here without breaking this. So 10 is 3 long. Let's see. And I know that these 2 are not consecutive digits. Does that tell me anything helpful? Hopefully it does, because I think that's the only piece of logic I have. Let's see. So for a 10, if we're missing a 1, it has to be 2, 3, and 5. So let's consider that first. If we're missing a 1, then this one has to be 2 or 3, and then we have 2, 3, 5 here. If we have a 1, it has to be here. And then the remaining ones add up to 9. I know I have a 1 here, I have 2, 4 here, so then it has to be 3 and 6. So those are my possibilities, which means that 3 is always in here. 1, 3, 6, or 2... let's see, if it's 1, 3, 6, this is a 1 here, then I have 2, 4 here, and if it's, let's see, if it's 2, 3, 5, then neither of these can be a 2 anyways, so then it'd be 2 here, 5 here, and 3 here, and so this one here actually is either 1 or 2. One of these 2 then is a 4, this one up here is a 1 or a 2. Here I have either 3, 6, or 3, 5, depending. And, yeah, okay. Everything seems to check out now with that. And I know I have a 3 here, which means these ones here must be 4, 5, 7, and 8. So then this one here isn't a 4, which makes this a 4, and this here a 9. Which means I don't have an 8 here, so I don't have a 4 here, and I don't have a 5, 7 pair here. And, let's see. That means I have 5 and 7 here, which means this one here could be 1, 2, or 3. Doesn't matter which at the moment, or, well, I can't determine which at the moment, but yeah. 14 here, which must be 5, 6, or 8, 9. Can't have a 9 here or a 5 here. Let's see. For this one, all the digits have to be 6 or up. So this one here is 6, 7, or 8, 6, 7, 8, or 9 here. And let's see, these 2 can't be consecutive. What does, well, actually, hang on a second. This one can't be a 7, because then this would be 6 or 8, and that breaks. Yeah. Let's see, these 2 aren't consecutive. That doesn't tell me anything about this. Let's see. 1, 2 pair here. I'm gonna get rid of the reds. Let's see. One of these 3 is a 4. This is a 15 here. Could it go down again, actually? I think so. 6 here would be 9 some, which, yeah, it could go down again. Can't go, could go over this way, too. Can't do something like, well, it's a maximum of 4 cells because I don't have a 5, because I have something larger than a 5 in this cell, but it could go here, or here. It could be like this. I'm not sure which at the moment. If I have a 9 here, this can't extend anymore because, well, it could extend in either of these directions if this line was only 2 cells long. And, yeah, I didn't miss any rules about lengths or anything. Okay. Let's see. Well, actually, no, there's no 5 here, so this is a 3, 6 pair, which means that this one here has to be a 1, so I get no 1 there, I get a 2 here and a 1 here. And these 2 are now connected. Okay. This one's connected further down. This is a group summing up to 9. What possibilities do I have? Well, 9 has 3 possibilities. It could be 1, 2, 6, could be 1, 3, 5, or it could be 2, 3, 4. This one can't be 1 or 2. So if it's, let's see, this one here can't be a 6 or a 5, because it would have to be a 1. If it's 1, well, it can't be 1, 2, 6, because then I would need to have a 2 here, which would break this, so 1, 2, 6 is not possible, which means that 3 is guaranteed to be in here. If I have a 3, in either of these, it has, well, if this one's a 3, then it breaks because this would have to be a 2 or a 4. So if this is a 3, then this is a 1, and this is a 5. If this one here is a 3, then it could be 1, 5, or it could be 2, 4. So let's see. Then this one here is 3 or 5. If this is 3, 1, 5. This is 3, 2, 4 in either order. 5, 3, 1. Okay. That all works. One of these two has to be a 3 now. The other one is a 5 or a 6. Over here, I need to have a digit 7 or higher, because since there's a 3 here, 4 is already out. Since one of 5 or 6 is here, 5 and 6 are both out, so 7 or higher, so 7, 8, or 9. And this one here actually can't be a 6 because of the 6 down here, so that was something I should have caught along a good bit ago. Okay. Let's see. So now I need 5, 7, 8, 9, so 5, 7, 8, 9, 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So far, all of these lines do seem to be of length 4. Not sure if that's guaranteed, though, for the rest of the puzzle, so I don't want to make any assumptions on that. In fact, I shouldn't, because that's just not a great way to solve puzzles, but whatever. Okay. If I have a 4 here, I have a 6 here, in which case every number 3 through 7 is out. And then these ones would have to be 1, 2, and 9, so one of them would have to be a 9. If this is an 8 instead, neither of these are 9. This is 5 or 6, so 5 and 6 and 7 are out. So then 1, 2, or 3. So this would have to be 1, 3, or 1, 2, 9. So 1, 3, or 1, 2, 1 of 1 and 2, and 9. Okay. And let's see, which one was it that got me? 4 here, 6 here. Okay, that's fine then. I was just trying to make sure the one with the 9 wasn't the one with the 5 here, because then I'd also have a 9 down here and that would break. So yeah, I had to make sure of that, because otherwise I just have the solution already. Okay. 4 here, 6 here, 8 here, 5 or 6 here, not sure which. Okay. This one here, considering the fact that this is either 1, 5, well, if this is 1, 5, this one actually could be a 3. So, yeah, this one could be 3 if it's 1, 5. If it's not 1, 5, then it's some combination of, it's either 1, 3, in which case 5 or 6 are higher because 5's already gone, or 2, 4, in which case also 6 are higher, so this is 3, 6, 8, or 9. These 3 digits are in a cage, which I don't know the sum of yet. Okay. Let's see. 6 and 8 here would imply 7 here, which would force a 9 here, which would mean I can't have a 9 here, which means I can't have a 2 here. It's either 1, 3, or 9, and then 1 of 1 and 2. Okay. This one, let's see, there's a 2, 3 here that needs to be here. So, and I know that I either have 1, 3, or 1 of 1 and 2. Let's see. Oh wait, this is, I have completely missed this, which just has to be 4, 6, and 8. Or something involving 2 and 3 as well. Let's see, I know I have a 4 in here, so I can't have a 3 in here. Therefore, this one here is a 3. Which means this is a 3, which Okay. I have a 4 in here. I can't have a 5 in here. Let's see. I could have a... I think I have a 2 in here as well. Then the other one is 6, 7, or 8. 22 can't have a 2 or a 4. It needs to have a minimum of 5 for all 3 of its ones. Because if there was a 4 or lower, this would be... The other 2 would have to add up to 18 or more, which isn't possible. Okay. Let's see, then. Now I know this can't be 1, 3, so it must be 1, 2 as a group and then 9. So I'm going to get a good amount of information actually out of this. 5 here. Neither of these can be 8. I get that. This one here is an 8. Then I'm going to get a 2, 4 pair. 5 here, 7 here. Okay. Let's see. I have 8 here, which means 16. No, not 16. 14 for the remaining ones, which means I can't have a 7. I must have a 9. So I get all of this. This one here is now a 6. I have a 3 here. These have to add up to 6, so they're either 1, 5 or 2, 4. I don't know which order yet. Okay. And up here I have a 6. This is a part of a 1, 2 pair. And I have a 4, 8 here. Okay, these two add up now to 6 as well, so it's 1, 2, 4, 5. And let's see, where do I go now? Hang on. One of these 3 down here is a 9. And let's see. If this is a 3, then I have a 1, 5 here, so this one here has to be 7, 8, or 9. And if this is not a 3, then this is an 8 or a 9. I have a 2, 4 pair here, or a 1, 5 pair here. Either way, this digit is a minimum of 5 because I have a 3 here and here. So this one here is always 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Actually can't be a 5 either because, yeah, it just can't be a 5 since either this is 2, 4, or 1, 5. So yeah, I get 6 or 7, 8, or 9 for this one here. And this is part of a 10. This one down here also is included. Let's see. If this is 2 and 4, then this would have to be a 7 because it already can't be 1, 3, and 5. It can't be 6 or 8. So this would have to be 7. If this is 1, 5, this is 3 or 7. Okay. Because it can't be 8 or 9 either, because for some reason I thought this was connected to here when it clearly isn't, but yeah. Okay. Either way, it can't be 8 or 9 because of the 8 or 9 up here, or the 8 and 9 up here, but yeah. Okay, where do I go now? This column here is 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. That is not right at all. That is, yeah, that's definitely not where I go next. Alright, I have a 10 cage like this, which could go one of these directions if it wanted to. Well, not down because 1, 2. Here, I need to have at least one of them here. I think it could go over here if I have... No, it can't because actually 1, 2, and 4 are in here. So this 10 cages, 3 cells long. Must have one of 1 and 2, which has to be here. Then the remaining ones, if this is a 1, they need to be 3 and 6 to add up to 9. If this is a 2, they have to add up to 8, so they have to be 3 and 5. Which means I get that, so I have an 8 or 9 here, so this can't be an 8 or a 9. And I get a 3 somewhere down here. This is 1 or 2. One of these two is a 1 or a 2. Let's see. I'm going to get rid of the red from here. These two are the same, and these hold the same, so get that. This red one here has to be the same one over here. And thinking about it, the coloring is pretty much useless, so I'm actually just going to pretend I never did that. Okay. Let's see. Where do I go now? It's a good question. Well, there's no 3's in this column, so one of these two is a 3, which means this is a 3, which is going to give me this. I additionally know that this is part of a 13, these are the remaining two. If this is a 9, this has to be a 1-3 pair, which breaks. So this is an 8, this is a 1-4 pair. Here we have a 2, and then over here is a 4. Then I have a 6 here, because I can't have a 7 because of the 8. Then I get a 2 and a 4, and I get a 1-5 pair here, and I get a 2 here, which means I need a 5 down here. This one's a 3 or a 7. This one over here has to be... hang on, let me just solve this part real quick. If this is a 3, this one here has to be a 7 or an 8. If this is a 7, this one over here has to be a 3, which it can't be a 3 because of the 3 up there, therefore this one here is a 3. This one here has to be then a 7 and then a 1 because 8 would already fill up the 11 cage. And I get one of these two is a 7. I need a 6, 7, and a 9. This one down here is a 9, so I have a 6, 7 pair up here. The remaining ones are 1, 5, and 8, so this one here is an 8. Then I have a 1, 5 pair over here. And then I need 4 and 6 for the remaining two, which I can solve. And let's see, I get a 5 and a 1 and a 5 over here, and then I now need a 7 and a 9. And then the remaining ones are 1, 2, and 8, which I can solve the 8. So I get a 1, 2 here. This one here has to be 6 and 9 because 7 and 8 breaks. The 9 and the 6 are solvable from these two. Let's see, over here, this column now is a 1, 3, 4 combination. Can't have a 1 here. This one's 3 or 4. These two are part of a 9 that I don't think I can solve yet. This one here can't be a 2. One of these is a 2 because of the 1 here. Therefore, it must be either... Well, it also can't be 5, so this is actually a 2, 5 pair. This has to be part of a 6, 7 pair, but there's a 6 here, so I get 7, 6, 7. This is part of the 21... Whatever. This here is an 8, then I have a 6, 9 pair, so this must be a 2 and a 5. Which means these remaining ones need to add up to 4, so they're 1 and 3. I get a 4 here, which means I don't actually know what that is yet. Okay, this column over here is 3, 5, and... Yes, 3, 5, and 8, so I get a 3 and an 8 here, and I get a 3, 5, and 8 here, not an 8 up there. If I have 3 and 5, that's 8, which would break. Therefore, I need to have an 8 in here, so I get an 8 here, and I get all of this. 15, so I need a 6 to get it up to 21. Then I'm going to have a 6 over here. I need to have 2, 4, and 7 here, so I get a 2 here, and then a 4, 7 pair here, and I have a 3 over there. Let's see, the remaining ones I need to have, this column's 5 and 7, so I get, that's solvable. I'll fix the 8 in a second. I need to have a 1 and a 4 over here, so I get a 4 here, and a 1 here, and a 1 here, and a 2 here, and a 2 here, and an 8 there, and that solves the puzzle. Okay, yeah, I guess that was a good solve. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to realize that there was, let's see, what is it? It was this part. My brain completely spaced on that. That would have saved me a lot of time, but whatever. Yeah, it was a good solve. I don't know why I was so out of it with this one. Because, like, I've recorded a couple other videos today, so I assumed that my brain would be woken up, but I guess not. Whatever. With that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. So yeah, bye.